Hello students, hope you have gone through the previous scenes which I have uploaded on my channel. If you have liked the videos, they have been helpful. Do subscribe and drop a like. In today's video, I am going to discuss scene 6. This scene takes place in Inverness, which is Macbeth's castle. Duncan has come to visit Macbeth along with his two sons, Malcolm, the eldest, and Donalbain, the youngest, Banquo, and other officers. In the previous scene, you already have read that Duncan was planning to visit Macbeth to honor him and to show his love on Macbeth. So this is the scene where we will see that Duncan has come to Macbeth's castle. Now this scene is called the deception scene. In this scene we find Duncan praising Macbeth's castle. He praises the sweet, calm air surrounding it. This is dramatic irony. Why? Because he is unaware of the fact that the place which he is praising so much and comparing it to heaven is soon going to be his deathbed. There is planning and plotting going on to kill him in this very castle. This makes the audience feel pity for Duncan, because dramatic irony is that kind of irony where the audience knows what is the real motive or what is the real reason behind it, but the person concerned is unaware of the real intentions. So now this makes Duncan more vulnerable. Okay, the audience are feeling pity for him. Then we find Banquo, who's adding to the praises for the castle. He also says that the presence of Marlet, which is a bird, is itself a proof. It is a bird of summer, itself a proof that the air around the castle is very pleasant. The castle from outside looks like a heaven, but on the contrary, it is like a hell. It is hell where the gruesome murder is going to be committed. It has already been planned. Then we see that Lady Macbeth enters. Duncan is overpleased to see her, and he says that he is very, very grateful to them, to Macbeth and Lady Macbeth, and asks God to bless both of them for the troubles they have taken to greet Duncan. And this portrays that he is very innocent, very pure at heart, and that the murder which is going to take place is so gruesome and sinister. He has no hint of it. Now Lady Macbeth over here is a perfect chameleon. She puts up a great pretense. So she acts like the innocent flower, but a serpent under it, which she had asked Macbeth to be in the previous scene. So she acts like a perfect hostess and tells Duncan that it is their duty to serve him. They owe a lot to him for the honors that he has given Macbeth recently, that is Thane of Cawdor, and for the past honors that he has showered on Macbeth. Then her formalities are so compelling and so nice that they cleverly camouflage her real feelings. Through her falsity, she is able to convince Duncan that they are there to serve him. Duncan is obviously greatly moved by this. We have already discussed in the previous scene that he is not a good judge of character. He is very innocent, pure at heart. So he is totally taken by Lady Macbeth's craftiness. He tells her that they had tried to overtake Macbeth and reach the castle first, but Macbeth had been fast enough to reach the castle and deliver the message to Lady Macbeth. And he addresses Lady Macbeth as a fair and noble hostess. This is very ironical because no way, in no sense is Lady Macbeth noble, and neither she is very fair. She is full of evil, vice. Now, Lady Macbeth tells him that they themselves, their servants, everything is at his service. And to make him more comfortable, they are there to serve him. Duncan tells Lady Macbeth to lead him to Macbeth, whom he loves so dearly, so that he can show his love and honor. And thus the scene is very short, you see. But only little bit of transactions about how the castle is being praised and what kind of hostess Lady Macbeth plays. But the scene is no less important. It has a lot of relevance. The first importance is that it takes the plot a bit forward. Means we now, the audience knows that the murder has been planned and it is going to be executed. So there is this excitement among the audience that what is going to happen next, how the murder is going to take place. Then it highlights more Lady Macbeth's heinous nature, which we have already seen in scene 5. It makes her more hard-hearted, reveals to us that she is very hardcore evil. Then it builds up the suspense, just like I said, that the audience is eager to know what is going to happen and how is it going to happen. And it highlights further Duncan's vulnerability, a noble king, having a loving nature, thus evoking immense pity for him. And it also highlights the theme of appearance versus reality. What appears is not real. Lady Macbeth appears to be a very kind and loving hostess, but she is actually not that. Okay, so the various figures of speech are there in this scene. First is dramatic irony, that is just now I mentioned, that is praising the castle where the murder is going to take place. Again, praising Lady Macbeth, who actually is planning and plotting to kill Duncan. There's a simile where Macbeth's swift movement has been compared to a spur. And there is a metaphor which is there in the speech, Duncan's speech, where he's praising the air is sweet and fresh, which is describing the king's mood. Okay, so this is what the scene 6 is about. It is a very short scene, but quite an important scene because it highlights Duncan's vulnerability. It evokes pity in the minds of audience, and the audience is now gearing up to move ahead to see how Lady Macbeth and Macbeth have planned to kill the noble king. Hope you have understood this scene. It is quite clear. If you do so, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.